It's been a successful road trip for the Bucks. They've won 3-2 away at Bradford Park Avenue today, and our manager Gavin Cowan with me as usual. Gavin, satisfied with the result?
Yeah, 3 points is 3 points, but really pleased with the performance as well for the most part. 95% of the performance was excellent. So I went, as I was saying earlier, I went away from the Southport game, feeling very pleased with the result, but not so much the performance. But today we felt very much like our old selves, or certainly of last season. So really pleased.
Sure, there's quite a lot of hard work gone this week after Leamington.
Extremely. There was, we had to have a bit of a lock-in on Thursday, and a few words said and conversations amongst the group, not just me. But I'm a big believer in having characters in the changing room and people who can, stand on the shop floor and have their say. It's about a group thing. It's not just about me or the staff. So it was important that a lot of things were aired and so not issues as such, but things needed addressing, and it was good. It felt like a bit of a cloud lifted. So that was a good step today into showing how we want to get back to our best.
Sure. In terms of the performance today, so I think I used the word that you did slightly make things difficult for yourself and conceding a lead twice, but...
Yeah, we was, I think the first half especially, it was complete dominance from ourselves, and again, just felt with the process that I always talk about, just the players back to trusting it, and it was working. But then, you can't really explain. It's one ball where the lad gets in, something that we'd spoken to him about, and then obviously Andy come rushing out, and maybe a bit of a poor decision on his part. But funnily enough, it settled us back down again, and disappointing to go in having conceded a goal, but we got ourselves straight back into it, and it just shows a lot of grit and determination from the lads. Pleased with that.
Sure, and obviously to come from being pulled back to 2-2 in the second half, not an awful lot you can do with their second goal, because it's a great strike.
Well, there is actually, Rich. You can do a lot about that, because the lad's on his right foot, and he's probably the most left-footed lad I've ever seen in my life. And with the wind behind him, we allow him to get on his left foot. That's criminal. So there's a lot you can do about that. And he got onto his left foot, and you're right, it was a phenomenal strike and unstoppable, but should have never got into that position in the first place, But, credit to the lads. You've got to be positive, because, like I say, the performance as a whole was excellent. Some big performances out there, and, one of probably the biggest pleasing thing for me today was the fact when we scored the first goal to turn around and see everybody, the subs, the lads who aren't in the squad, jump up and celebrate. So that probably gives me a bit more of an idea of we're getting back to where we were.
Sure, okay. First goal for Adam Walker as well. That's nice for him to get off the mark. And 2 for Brendan Daniels. He's getting that fitness back, isn't he, now?
Yeah, but Brendan, I'll be honest, like I say, I love characters and people who've got something to say. I was one of them myself, so it's important that you embrace that. And Brendan's one of them. He has that air of arrogance that I absolutely love, and it just means that there's a lot of belief in there as well from him. So he gets into those areas. And again, two goals today, in a 6-yard box, a header and a side foot. So testament to him. I thought the other sides of his game were excellent, and Adam Walker's goal was just an absolute screamer, wasn't it, to drive from midfield like that and do that. But again, it's what I've seen him do. It wasn't long ago that Luton were bidding 6 figures for him when he was a number 8, and he's become accustomed a little bit to passing sideways and backwards, but he's slowly now. Today it was great to see that he's actually got to grips with how we work, our process, those numbers. He trusts it. He saw the benefits of it today, and I love the other side of his game. Him and Elistini in there today were very good.
Sure, and a little bit of a change in the shape as well today, wasn't there?
Slight change, yeah. It's like lopsided, but there's a slight change, but only because of personnel. We might need to look to change it up again with regards to legs on Tuesday, but we'll look at that and we'll see how players are between now and then. But it's not much of a change, to be honest. It works itself out quite nicely. So it's quite fluent for the lads. Sure.
And you mentioned Tuesday, obviously back into action fairly quickly and trying to build back-to-back victories first time this season.
Yeah, and that'll be really pleasing. It's going to be a tough test. What we've got to realise is one performance isn't going to determine our season. Whether that's a good or a bad, but. With it being a really good performance today and a positive result, we have to go back into Tuesday now and look to have a positive performance at home, because I get a really good feeling about today's result, and obviously time will tell, but it's more of a feeling than a thought. I can't quite put my finger on it, but after discussions in the week and the way the lads have approached it and the way they've interacted with each other, and even the lads out of the group, it's a difficult thing. I've been there myself when you're not in the squad. and you travel all the way to Bradford and you don't even get changed, you know, and then you've got to run after the game. But their attitudes were just impeccable today, and that's what we're about, because you know the lads will get round them, because you know it'll be their turn to be in and theirs out at some point. So we've got to make sure that we achieve something as a group this year. And if we perform like we did today and bring that attitude and application, then you know whatever we achieve this year will be something positive, I'm sure.
Okay, that's great. Congratulations, well done today, Gavin. Thanks.
Cheers.